Welcome to The Leadership, a business-focused talk show brought to you by the Vested Group.
We talk to entrepreneurs, employees, thought leaders, innovators, dreamers, disruptors,
and even our own children about what makes us tick on and off the clock.
Welcome to a new edition of the Leadership Talk Show brought to you by the Vested Group. You can find more out about us at thevested.com. I'm here with my amazing, lovely co-host, Johnny Zielinski, and we have the honor of interviewing Matt Luna today. The Matt Luna.
Yeah. You find that more people call you Luna at the company than Matt?
Yes. So if you were born from the age of, or year of 78 to 87, you have like a 45% probability that your name was Matt. Doesn't matter the gender, your name was Matt. So I always, I know, it's
Did you
weird.
Make that statistic up?
Yeah, because I've never
seen
Matt, female Matt before, ever.
Yeah, I was in a class of 50 guys in college. We were in a geography class, and 10 of us were named Matt. So it was, so Luna is the de facto name.
John would have been rough. But
Yeah, John's up there too.
That's why I switched to Johnny. There's like 100 Jonathans and Johns, yeah. Always.
Well, they're not a lot. And you actually only need one, really, for people to recognize it. So it's all good. It's all good. So we'd like to start with how you wound up at TVG. Will you tell us your backstory?
Yes. So I met a couple people at a wedding, and they were telling me about their company. And then they said, give me a call if you're ever looking at changing careers. And one of those people was Hillary.
That was us.
Really?
Yeah, you know how
I didn't know this.
What's the movie like Table 18? You know, at that wedding movie where like that's all the people that are left over.
Yes, we were totally
at a wedding, and we didn't know anybody. So you're like, okay, I guess we'll start talking to the people around us. And so we met Matt and his wife. They're the nicest people, and you know, we were just chatting away. And
I had no idea that's how it happened.
He won us over. We're like, yeah, guys. And you were in construction or something, right? Like the.
I was working in multifamily finance.
Yeah.
So.
That's right, not exactly. But did you work in construction before?
I did.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
okay. I was like, I'm not crazy. Yeah.
Yes. No, you're not. Yeah. Well.
I was going to give you said multifamily, you're going to say like multifamily housing. I was making that connection. I was going to let it slide.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you were in construction?
Yes. Yeah. That's my undergrad degree is construction management. I did that for a couple years. It wasn't my favorite. My goal was to get into asset management and finance, but didn't love that as much either.
The goal was to get into asset management and finance. It made me nauseous just hearing that.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, your construction management, that seems like the easiest way.
Yeah.
I would say. But so now you're on your third try, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So do you like it more?
I do. So what I like about what we do is you're really meeting very felt needs at companies where they're going through growing pains, or they're trying to come up with systematic ways to handle their everyday things they do. Past companies, there's always, no matter what company you're at, there's always kind of things that you struggle with technology. And so every company that I've been at, they always have some sort of problem that no one knows how to fix. And so I always get on those tasks. So Vested Group, I was like, well, might as well keep doing that. And it's what I found success at and enjoyed doing. I had to make do with a lot of Excel, because that was like, well, we don't know how to do it, so just use Excel. So I've used Excel for project management. I've used it to run financial models. I've used it to do data imports and transformations of data. So I can use Excel for anything, but I sure appreciate using NetSuite for all that stuff instead. So.
I can attest that he is an Excel guru. How many times
I'm
I've
so jealous.
knocked on his desk door.
You're not supposed to tell people.
Oh, I'll tell everyone.
That's good to know, though.
Yeah.
It is good to know. Yeah. I swear I touch Excel and it just explodes, and I'm like, dang, this is like a really important thing to be able to do. And yeah.
Try to avoid it. Don't tell anyone you're good at Excel.
Well, I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Emma Luna at thevested.com.
I know, exactly.
Thank you. All right, so tell us about your family, siblings, significant other,
Yes.
and where did you grow up?
So I'm actually born and raised in Dallas, so I'm from here.
Man.
You too?
Yes, yeah, there's like the two of us.
I
so
know. That's it. Everyone else is transplant. Johnny too. Yeah, Johnny's Richardson.
I was born here. I was actually born over the Presby over there.
Same.
Yeah.
I was no. I was
Are we all
at Baylor.
Presby? Oh, I was about to freak
I
out.
was
Yeah,
Baylor downtown. All my kids were born at Presby.
Oh,
Does that count?
this is definitely important, but
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Yes. So I'm the youngest of 5 kids. So I'm number 5. And yeah, so we all grew up here. We are all, well, we're not all here anymore, but we are, I have a brother in France. He took advantage of Austin's housing prices and jetted out to France. So
Wow.
we are hoping to go visit him soon after all this is done. And then, yeah, and then I have another sister that lives in Sulphur Springs and a brother that lives in Allen with me. So that's where I'm at currently.
So speaking of family, though, you're going
Yes.
to go to France with all of them because you have
Oh, yeah.
a bundle of
Yes.
children.
I have 4. Yeah.
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 That sounds expensive.
That's why we gotta
Yeah.
save up a little bit. Yeah.
Gotta
But
ask for a raise.
yes.
soon, yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun. When he got married, we had 2 at the time. We took them both to Paris and had a great time. So when we came back, everything that was a tall metal tower was an Eiffel Tower. So every electrical pole we passed
There's a
by,
lot
my
of those
2-year-old saw a lot of Eiffel Towers.
Yeah, those.
You're like, no, appreciate the one you did see,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Eiffel Tower, Eiffel Tower. It's pretty great.
So you did a pretty good job of describing a minute ago what you do.
Yes.
Yes, at the Vested Group. What would your parents say you do? It's always kind of fun.
Oh my gosh, Matt does something with computers.
Oh, okay.
Is usually what my mom gets.
Yep.
My dad goes, "What do you do again?" And then hopefully I'm there to answer that question.
So when they have a problem with their email, do they call?
Well, they've been doing that for years.
Yeah, the phone.
So
Like, I don't know,
yeah,
I can't
yeah.
get this to do this.
Can
Yeah.
you delete this email? I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, I got a whole email in the subject line the other day. So
Is that like the 1-800 call? Like
yeah.
you're only going to see the subject line.
I was reading my grandma's loving words, one right arrow key press at a time.
Oh,
Just
Yeah.
that's it. My dad can't figure out how to accept a calendar invite. And then if I update it, I'm like, no, I changed the location, but it's on there. So when you look, it's going to be updated for you.
Yep. Mm-mm. That's tough.
Happen. But yeah, those are good times.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's going to, I mean, clearly going to be in that same boat someday. So,
I know. Be nice. Be nice
Yeah.
to your kids, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can tell they have the same tolerance that I have for those kind of things already. So,
wonder where they got that from.
yeah, I'm probably in trouble. Huh?
So besides helping people with Excel, why do you come to work? Don't use that to get up in the morning. That's too easy.
Don't
to
use
answer.
that. Don't use
That's a
that.
good one, though.
It is.
No, I like meeting the clients where they are with their problems, trying to come up with creative and innovative solutions that work best for them, even if they're kind of outside of the box from what we do for NetSuite. So it might not fit exactly with what NetSuite's prescribed, so we come up with a way that really meets them where they are. And so they don't have to worry about rewriting some process, but we can accommodate what they currently have and come up with, brainstorm alongside them to come up with the best solution for their company.
That does sound very consultancy.
Mhm.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. Yeah. So
Is that a pass?
we talked earlier, I guess, about your journey to finance attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you were a kid, is that really where you were like, I'm going to do construction management
Well,
and work into?
So my dad was in construction management, and he played golf a lot. So that was very attractive because he got to play golf a couple times, 3 or 4 times a month. I was like, I want a job where I could do that.
So you're going to be a golf
Also,
instructor?
no,
No, okay.
no.
Professional golfer?
That would have been awesome.
You just wanted to be
Yes.
something that could play golf 4 times a month.
Bingo.
That's so
So-
you didn't know what that was.
I didn't know what that was, but
I'm going to be rich, whatever that is.
yeah,
you
whatever
know what I
that
mean?
job is, yeah, sign me up.
Yeah, there you go.
But no, I grew up kind of hearing about construction and what they did and what they were building, and so to be a part of kind of any team and you're able to kind of look at what you've done and you have that sense of accomplishment, that's fun. So you can see a physical representation of what you do. So that's why I wanted to get into development. But yeah.
So when you see someone or talk to someone that's like, yeah, I played golf 4 or 5 times last month, or you're like, that person made it.
I'm like, yeah, what did they do? Yeah, what do you do again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I think you could probably just work it into your current job. You just need to
Don't tell
jump
Joel.
in and be like, you know what? They wanted to go golfing, so I said, okay.
Yeah. I'm in. Yeah.
There you go.
When y'all have a golf client, can I be on that
Yeah.
project?
Works for
I'll
me.
do my best.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll lobby on your behalf. I feel like we have the same position.
Yeah.
So my influence is probably exactly the same as yours, but I will say something.
Okay.
As your friend.
Yeah. Say something. Just
You know
mention
who's
that.
really good on this?
Yeah.
Luna.
Yeah.
Be,
Yeah, I
Don't say
can
Matt.
plant the seed.
Yeah.
Funny enough, there are a couple people at the Vested Group that also had. We worked at golf courses in high school, so talking to them about that. Best job ever, TVG golf course
There's a
job.
whole movie about that, right?
Man,
Caddyshack?
Yeah.
yeah,
Check that
it's
out.
pretty close.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Pretty accurate.
Okay.
I grew up with that line from my dad, the world needs ditch diggers too, anytime I made a bad grade.
Pool,
Okay.
pond's good for you.
So I actually saw you up at the office quite a bit during the pandemic. Like I feel like you were there, like doing sun tech stuff, like more than
That's true.
more than other people who are in the office. So that being said, have you developed a favorite workplace tradition?
Workplace tradition. Pre-COVID, I definitely liked the chili cook-off and eating events that we had, or whenever we'd have something brought in. Those were great workplace traditions.
Just lunch.
Lunch is great.
Love when-
Lunch is
love when
good.
that tradition where they feed us.
Yes.
All those were good.
Can I say that?
That's a good one.
We would sit at the bar, and that was part of it. Get to
Like
talk
in
with
conversation?
coworkers.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you probably came in during COVID because we're back it up to those poor kids, and I'm gonna guess it's a little difficult.
Yeah, a little chaotic. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy.
They're
I
little-
gotta get out of the house today. It's time to
sorry.
go. Yeah.
Got to
Oh, they're
go
calling
to
me. I
work.
gotta go in.
Yeah. But I'd be here if I could.
Right.
Yeah. So outside of TVG, is there anything that you wish that people knew about you?
Yeah. So I like to learn. I like to learn kind of anything, and I find a lot of interest in a ton of things. So some people react differently than I would expect if I'm asking them questions or what they know about something. They might get a little defensive. So I'm a terrible retail customer because I might know something about the product that I'm about to buy that a retail person might not know. And so, it makes for very uncomfortable conversations.
There's
But-
also a movie about that. The blonde, the lawyer one, where she
What? Oh, Legally Blonde?
Legally Blonde. Yeah, 'cause remember they try to sell her the dress.
Yeah.
That she knows is not made that way.
Yes.
So yeah.
Mm.
It'd be like
There you
that,
go.
basically Legally Blonde.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What Hillary's trying to say is you're like Reese Witherspoon.
Yes, that's what
I'd-
I was saying.
Be like,
Yeah, Reese
Wait.
Witherspoon.
just like always? Or
I mean, I
just
said
that movie?
experienced retail shopper.
Okay,
that's how I
yes,
would say.
yes.
Educated.
Yeah. What's her last name in the movie?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Elle Woods.
Elle Woods. You're
Oh.
like Elle Woods.
Man, we're good at this. Just
Yeah.
little lead in.
Excellent cinematic team over here.
Yeah. So far we have Caddyshack and Legally Blonde.
I feel like there was another
Describe
one.
Matt Luna. Yeah.
Was there another third? Maybe there was.
We'll get to it.
All right.
Sure. You can get to that.
What do you enjoy doing when you're not at work? Do you golf these days?
No, I haven't golfed in a long time. No, we go camping quite a bit. We try to go quarterly, at least, get everyone out. And by camping, I really mean just put everything we can into the van, and then when we back up to the campsite, we just push everything out. So it's more like, it's not like
Is it
hiking.
Tent? Like
Yeah.
a real oh wow.
Yeah.
So where do you do that around? Because it's like kind of miserable hot a lot.
Yeah, so by quarterly, I mean we skip summer
Okay,
kind
yeah.
of as
so
a
you
whole.
have to go somewhere in the mountains or something. It's
Right.
just- yeah.
No, we the last trip we went to Inks Lake down outside Marble Falls. Before that, we went to Oklahoma, and Arkansas has an awesome place called Devil's Den. Johnny, have you been there?
Yeah, it's really close to Fayetteville, so we used to
Yes.
go there a whole bunch.
That is an awesome place. Not a great place for kids because you'll be walking along the path and it's like gentle rolling hill on one side. And then the other side, unless you're like on top of it, you can't see that it's a 60-foot cliff.
Imagine like
So-
you can't take your place.
You know what? I guess you got to pick who your favorite is.
That's
right?
exactly
I mean,
right.
Yeah.
2-year-old, don't wander off
Yeah.
too much.
Well, who'd have thought Devil's Den isn't a good place for children?
I
Like,
know. Nobody saw that coming.
That's true.
That's a
That's
good point.
true. Good point.
Yeah, you
Should've
probably
known
read
in the
about that on
name.
internet these days.
I guarantee
before you
it.
go. Yeah. So, if you had to pick one song to play
Oh my
when you
gosh.
entered a room,
That'd be fun like the first time, right?
yeah.
Like, oh, this is
maybe
my
three,
music.
pick three, maybe.
You just got to get that out of your head. Think of it like a Hollywood movie. Like you don't even people don't even realize it, but like
Yeah.
the audience hears it every time you walk in.
Right. I don't know. I mean, it'd have to be something kind of upbeat to pump everyone up, right?
It's up to you.
Because if it's too, Sound
Ave
of Silence
Maria,
would not
so, like,
work.
Ooh,
Ave Maria.
Do a little Chopin, make it just ominous.
Well, you could probably just do
I like
classical
that.
though, and then it wouldn't be as bad as like a song,
Ooh, that's a good call. I'd probably do Goat Rodeo is what I'd do. It's a kind of group of bluegrass and classical musicians.
I like that.
But it's
I'm not, but I
instrumental.
do like bluegrass actually. So
And, go to
Now you know what
So,
to
yeah.
look into.
all right, let's get a copy of that.
I'll
that's a
send it.
band, right? I take it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
If you were our CEO tomorrow, what would you do?
I'd probably open a office in Costa Rica.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
I like
big
that.
demand there. So that's that.
That's not a demand. I mean, if I'm CEO,
There's a high demand for NetSuite in Costa Rica.
right?
Is there?
Yeah.
See,
I mean,
people
remote
maybe aren't
work.
CEO, just saying.
Remote
Yeah.
work is a new thing.
That's true.
Just
And it's
saying.
cloud-based, so
Yeah.
what's the deal? Yeah.
Right. I'm not saying it's a must for Joel. He's the current CEO, but if I'm in the seat,
Yeah. Well,
that's a lot of judgment.
Get a Costa.
I mean,
No,
that's
I'm
what-
excited.
Oh, well, I'm on board.
Surfing?
Yeah, I mean,
Archie would go.
yes.
Hear that,
Yeah.
Archie? All right.
You can't take Archie.
Beach pigs. All right. Well, Matt, thank you for breaking out of your box and coming over here and letting us
Yeah.
interview you in front of these cameras. I mean, this is nice of you to do that.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me out.
Yes, thanks for coming. Get away from all the kids.
Get you away from the kids for a little bit. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. If you want to watch more episodes of The Leadership, just go to YouTube and search The Vested Group, or you can find out more about who we are. Just go to thevested.com. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time.